I'm not dead, folks, but hey, if you remember me talking in the middle of the summer, I was not feeling good, and I knew something grabbed a hold of me. Let me explain something because I have a situation with a older family member that you guys might run into. Now, I don't look my age. I'm in my 60s, okay, and a lot of people they can't even guess my age. Now, my hair's messy because of sweat. I'm just getting back to health, but I got to go back to the doctor because I'm getting tired spells. And thank God I never did drugs. Is one of the reasons why probably I don't look my age. But I do smoke, and we don't know what's related to what. But getting back to that family member is belly aching. That they have to go to the hospital because they procrastinated going to the doctor just like I did. And when you do something like that, matters just get worse. Sometimes, remember what I told you in life? Sometimes you're your own worst enemy, and that happens. Okay, everybody does it to themselves. I don't care who you are, what you're going to tell me. You've done it to yourself at least once, twice, maybe three times. And but anyway, I did go to the doctor, and basically at the day that I went, I wasn't all that bad. You see, what I have is coming and going. So there are things now that are being denied through my medical that I should be getting that I'm not. So I've got to go back and file some paperwork. So that's one subject. We'll be getting back on the F-250, and that was the reason why I didn't cover that metal in job, which it turned out a lot better than I expected, and I got to get back on this man's truck. But again, we're going to talk about unexpected things that because customers come around, they bring friends that have just gotten contaminated or they were contaminated themselves. COVID's back, and Trump's not going to shut the country down just because of an illness, okay? And I agree with that, okay? The shit's got to run its course. It's got to go through the country, through people's systems, and basically you build up an immunity to it, or like my relative is in really bad shape, expecting me to run them to the hospital when I cannot afford getting reinfected. My doctor said, get down here. He works part time at another, and I think a university too. He's another very industrious man. I went on New Year's Eve to his office when he was closed. I walked in and he was saying, I'm closed. And then he goes, oh, he understands I was special air operations, special forces type of guy. And we have some military friends in common that he didn't even know and I didn't even know we knew. And he made the connection. So I was extra special. And he said, you sit your ass right down in here, let me go over. And oh, you know, your lungs and you got fluid in your ears. I had a doctor like that when I was a kid. So Dr. Sadari here, if you're in the Hazleton area, I don't want to load him up at his age, but he's pretty effective. He knows what he's doing. He's an older, no bullshit kind of guy. When you walk in here, he already kind of knows that this crud's going around. I don't care if you want to call it COVID, bird flu. Okay, this is a manufactured disease. It's in the country, and you're going to have to cope with it. So, like today, I'm the last 4 days of my convalescing as I've been feeling better, which is not till the middle of the morning or almost afternoon. Okay, get me what I'm saying is I'm not up to speed. A couple times I got up at my 0600 and I ran the course of the day fairly well, but it's the next day when I got up when I did not feel. I'm feeling dizzy, lightheaded, heart palpitations, and that's what the doctor says. Why I got to go back? He said, well, maybe this is affecting one of your organs. Let's hope your heart's not swollen. So I guess we have a few contentions to deal with. It's a contentious matter, I should say, that we have to deal with. So then again, I got to explain to my customer that his truck's not done. It will get done now. Hopefully Tuesday they're going to put this thing right. I'm not terrible, but I'm not working a full day. And as I said, my days towards the end of the summer fell off this year. To be truthful, I was not up to speed. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. When something grabs you, and it's grabbing you so gradually that you really don't notice it, it's a problem. So I'm getting down to cleaning my shop, and I'm getting stuff prepped. Like I built this plate. Everybody's done these LS engines, and they sell this plate for $100 on the internet. And well, have welder, will travel type of deal. I'll just lay it here. I got it hanging on a hook, and I've got lighting set up. The lighting in here, I have a special light because the lighting does not get along with my camera, okay? But I'm getting to the bottom of my workbench because I've got to make a wiring harness up for this guy's truck. And I'm going to do a few things today yet on the truck because I got pretty far here. Now it's the outside workbench. If you guys remember my videos from the summer, it looked like a bomb went off. And a lot of it was related to good parts, bad parts, missing parts, NA parts, sticky chicken parts. I go through that. I think it's funny to me anyway. I went through a lot of mishaps these last 2 years, and it's very hard to clean up your environment. And I think it's something that customers, is another point of my video, is you might be dealing with the same thing, and you have to explain to your customer, there's a couple times I got to take a step back, and sometimes it's not just one day, it's not 2 days, it's not even 3 days, it's 3, 4, maybe a week. To your ground, your tools, or you relocate tools, the tools are back in the right place where you're used to grabbing them from. Those are all things that a shop goes through. Another thing is I'm just learning how to take a manifestive inventory because I'm getting memory loss, and I know it's what's affecting me. I do know that, okay? I'm not in Alzheimer's, I'm not a Joe Biden, and I don't need diapers. But I'm getting short-term and long-term memory loss. Recently, but I mean, we've all done this, gone down and bought something that we already bought and didn't realize that we already bought it because you're not feeling right. And all you're doing is you're concentrating on going home and getting some rest. Well, then something else interferes, you set the stuff aside. That's what's been happening to me. But a lot of it's been, like I said, this illness, whatever I have, has grabbed me so gradually, I didn't even notice it. So if you're going through the same thing, get to a doctor. And my videos usually make a point. My political commentary. You can't tell me Elon Musk doesn't know what these drones are and where they're coming from, Mr. SpaceX. I suspect part of it is China, and I suspect some of those drones are our drones trying to counter whatever's going on. And having drones flying over military installations and getting governors and congressmen all pissed off and leaving them out of the loop. This has been the most seditious, most treasonous White House that has ever existed. And I gotta believe when Trump gets in there on the 20th, the 25th, he's going to be like a grizzly bear with a bad case of fucking diarrhea. Because he's going to be wanting to shit all over every one of them, especially that douchebag judge up there in New York. I got news for you, Judge. I wouldn't be as gracious as Mr. Trump is. I would have been over that bench on top of you. I swear to God I would have. It almost happened here where I live in Luzerne County. One of them's close down the street here. He's just right down the street from my house. He opened his fucking mouth to me once. The other one, I opened my mouth to him, and well, he had a bunch of police in there that got in between me and him. That's what I'm saying. Right now, with this corruption and people like me that have been affected, have people like me been mentally affected by what's going on? We've not only been physically affected, we have been mentally affected in both aspects. And if you get a reaction out of somebody, even a customer, I've got to kind of take a step back because people have been through a lot. Their shit filters are full up to the top. Okay, so you can tell I'm feeling a little bit better. And as I said, I did not plan on making a video today. But when I have something else on my chest besides a lung infection and whatever else is going on with me, I'm going to spit it out. Okay? You guys heard me coughing through videos all summer long, especially when I was catching even exhaust or diesel exhaust and this dirt that was coming across my property here all summer long from this construction. They're not sweeping the roads, they're not watering them down, and this dust is, my vehicles, my house is full. I spent the last couple of days speaking in between cleaning the shop, catching up on laundry, dusting off shelves, ceiling fans. It's a lot for one guy to do, especially when you're not feeling good. And like I said, I'm still not done with everything. So hopefully me explaining my life, I'll get back on the job. And as I said, that metal job on the Ford turned out, we're doing some side lights so he can see the curb. These older gentlemen, they need lighting on their truck. They need extra stuff. That's all stuff I do here. I make those bed support kits and different things. I make that stuff here if anybody's interested. drop a comment to me. Let me know who you are, how to get a hold of you. If you need to get a hold of me or whatever, I'm not shy about my number. I'm a little shy about exposing things that, are around and different stuff like that, okay? Because simply put, what's going on right now, um, keep an eye on your stuff and don't let people you don't want into your life right now, because we're just coming out of a situation where we're going into another situation. And it's been a lot of stress on all of us Americans. And that's what I said about corrupt judges and different things like that. People better start rethinking their positions in life. And those judges that have been on the bench that are used to that, people putting up with their bullshit, a lot of you guys, I think you should just think about retiring, because I think in the future things aren't going to turn out so well for people like that. I really do, especially that douchebag up there in New York. He's really pushed the limits of, as I said, Trump has the money and the patience of a saint. But on the same aspect, as remember what I said about the grizzly bear with a bad case of the diarrhea. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that man after the 20th, especially if you pissed him off like that. I'm just saying the way I know human nature, and that's why I've explained it to people, and that's why I explain myself, because I don't pull weapons on people, or I carry a knife on my belt, and I don't. When I need a weapon, that's the day you got to be. That I've changed, because I've never intimidated anybody with a weapon. Regardless, I had one or two people pull bullshit. Remember why I said I put cameras all over the property, because I proved that that never happened. Uh, you don't pull weapons on people to intimidate them. And even like Trump, he didn't need a weapon. Okay? I am a weapon. Okay? Marine Corps, United States Navy, I know what I'm doing. But at my age, you can get seriously hurt. Okay? When you get to be semi-geriatric, you get later in life. But still, it does not mean that you're going to put up with corruption and lying and bullshit, especially the stuff that Trump went through. And some of the things in my life, I've wondered how I've managed to keep my cool as much as I have. So enjoy my videos, and like I said, I'll get back on that F-250. I do want to get it back to him, but I can't help getting sick, as it happens to people. And about the drones, I believe China's trying to send a message. They've been trying to run this country. They've been trying to destroy Israel, so there's no more middleman. I don't know how this whole thing's going to work out. And that shit show out there in California, I feel so sorry for those people from the bottom of my heart. Uh, I literally do not have a vocabulary uh, to convey my sympathy and my feelings of that. Maybe it's my Amish background. We used to just give each other a playful shove or a rub. Hey, it'll be all right. So maybe I'm less sympathetic with my vocabulary, but not my feelings for those people. And that shithead Newsom and the rest of them, they got to go. I mean, I call him Governor Gruesome Nuisance or Gruesome Newscum. I mean, he deserves all of those tags. He is a real piece of shit. Hate to say that at the end of my videos, folks, but he is. It's YouTube and the rest, Google, you all want to deny the truth. You just keep denying the truth. You live on the same green marble that we all do. Okay? Eventually what comes around goes around, regardless of censorship. Thank you guys for watching my videos.